Hi, my name is Rolf. I'm the VP product for Silver Peak EdgeConnect. In this session, I'd like to talk about the emergence of a new architecture for the enterprise, which we call the thin branch. And so this is an architecture that is designed specifically for enterprises that are looking to migrate to applications as a service and for cloud first. It's a major simplification of not only the device footprint at the branch, but also a simplification of the software stacks, of how this new architecture can benefit your enterprise in terms of agility and in terms of lowering costs. If we look at what is a branch today, the branch is where most of the employees for the enterprise might work, where most of the revenue might come from if it's a retail company. And today, it's really a mini version of your corporate headquarters. You'll have some routing device, you'll have a firewall device for security, and you'll have a WAN optimization device to essentially try to optimize some of your mission critical traffic. All of these devices need to be managed box by box, individually, sometimes on site, different maintenance contracts, so it's very, very complex. If we look at an example of an application that is running within the branch, and that is an application that is served within your enterprise data center, the service chain this application is going to need will consist of connecting to your private network, which might be over MPLS. So we'll connect the router to the MPLS. Because this is a private network where bandwidth is usually fairly expensive and constrained, we will need to optimize this traffic. So now I'm cabling up my WAN optimization device, right? And this is literally physical cabling. And then I'm connecting my application to the WAN op. If you then would like to consume this application as a service instead of being on-premise, what you will need to do, what your IT staff will need to do, is go and recable this entire service chain, because now it's completely wrong for what you're trying to do. So if you're trying to go to the internet, you will need to have a firewall on the path of the application. And for most applications, you may get most performance by going directly to the internet via the firewall. And so as you saw, we completely had to migrate this service chain. So very, very complex and impossible to automate. With the thin branch architecture, we're essentially collapsing all of these different boxes into one physical device. And so the advantage of having one physical device is obviously you're saving on power and cooling, you're saving on the footprint of the hardware infrastructure itself, but more importantly, you're gaining in flexibility. And so let's see if we now connect this application to my converged device. I can still fulfill the needs of my WAN optimization functions and my MPLS routing functions, including support for standard routing protocols such as BGP. And so I can connect to my MPLS through this service chain. But if the enterprise, the business then decides we would prefer to consume this business productivity application as a service in the cloud, as SaaS, it becomes a very easy transition. And so I can now move this application to being a SaaS application. From my central screen, from my central point of management, I can push out a policy which says this application has moved to the cloud. I would like it to have a firewall service chain applied to it on its way to the internet. The firewall service is either built into the EdgeConnect, which is a part of the solution, or if you would prefer to leverage your best of breed on-premise firewalls, the system will automatically find the path for the traffic to go and find that security asset, which is your firewall. If you then lose your internet, very easy, the software will fall back onto your legacy service chain, and you will again have a WAN optimization function and an MPLS routing function. So you can see very simply, we've reduced the footprint, but more importantly, we changed the automation to being something that you can control in software. Thanks for watching. Click here to watch my next video